YouTube, what's happening? What's going on? It's your boy Toddy Jones checking in today. Today I want to do a video, man, and talk about what do you say, or rather, how do how to present your offer to your sellers. You know how to present your offer to your sellers. Maybe some things or tips to say, and also things to say, or maybe how to make an offer to your seller once you view a property. I'll try to talk about a little bit of both today. First off, let's say you're going back and forth with your seller on the phone. You done ran your numbers, your ARV, you done pulled your comps, you done did all the stuff. Now it's time to get down to business. It's time to make your offer to your seller. So a few ways to do that. Of course, by telephone. I would say most of your offers, if you not making it in person, you're going to mostly make it over the telephone with your seller. So once you got everything ready, you ready to give them that number, you know what you're ready to offer them. First off, you talk to them by phone, be confident in yourself. Be very confident in yourself. And I know it's easy for me to say that right now, especially for somebody who's just starting, and especially for someone who maybe doesn't have maybe a history in sales, or maybe marketing, or maybe retail, and a lot of that plays a part in this too. So I know it's easy for me to say be confident, because I'm gonna tell you, when I made my first offer, I was scared shitless. But be confident. Be confident. Be confident. Have confidence in yourself, and have confidence in your number. Even though in the back of your mind, chances are your seller's gonna tell you no. But be confident. Relay that confidence to them when you present your offer. And when you give them your offer, let's say you got a property. Let's say you want to offer them $10,000 for the property. So let's say you're talking to Mr. Stephen Curry, who has a property in your market, and you want to buy it from him, and you want to offer him $10,000. So you may say, okay, you done evaluated the property and done estimated your repairs right there in your head, or right there on your calculator, however you gonna do your estimated repairs. So you may say, well, hey, Mr. Curry, $10,000, that's what I could do on this property. Exactly. That's what sometimes I do. Is pause. I done told them my price and told them what I can do on the property. $10,000 is what I can do on this property. Now, sometimes I put the ball in their court. They're going to either tell me in some form or fashion, either yay or nay. But I put the ball in their court. Gave them a price, told them what I can do. Now the ball is in their court. And don't let that silence make you uncomfortable or nervous. Because a lot of times that silence, they're thinking in their head. A lot of times that silence is good, because they hadn't said no. So if they hadn't said no, there's a chance that they can say yes. So that silence is there. Let them talk. Don't make your offer, be silent for a little while, then just start back and talking again. I wouldn't suggest you do that. Let them soak it in and let them respond. And then once they respond, that's when your negotiation and your bargaining skills come into play. And that may take you some time to tweak, refine, and get better at. It's definitely a skill set. So if you get that silence there, let them come back, and let them say something to you. You've already put your ball out there, and once again the ball is in their court. Another way, you may tell them, hey, well, Mr. Curry, I'm at $10,000. I'm going to pay for closing. When did you want to close? I'm at $10,000, Mr. Curry. I'm paying for closing. Who do you want to close with? But make it an open-ended question. That way they got to respond. And I probably would stick with when did you want to close? Because now they got to say something. You done put them on the spot. An open-ended question. They may say as soon as possible. They may say you crazy. but you put the ball right there in their court. And if you've been going back and forth with your seller by text, hey, some people will tell you don't do this, but in my experience so far, I've made offers by text and I've closed some deals by text. So if y'all have been texting each other back and forth, go for it. You know, that's how pretty much I did my first deal, was mainly through text. So if y'all been texting back and forth for the most part, you feel comfortable, shoot them a text, see what they say. Now, if you shoot them a text and they don't respond to you, of course you follow up with a phone call. So just some things you can say right there by telephone. And in regards to, because you won't make every offer like that. A lot of offers you won't make till you go out there and actually see the property. And if it's a property that the numbers work for you, when you go view it and then you see, okay, wait, yeah, these numbers will work. I can wholesale this property. I can flip this. Then you want to make that offer when you go view that property. So when you go view that property, I get questions sometimes. People ask me like, what should I look for when I view a property, or what some things that I can bring with me, or can you give me just some suggestions on dealing with a seller? So if you meet a seller face to face, maybe for the first time or the first few times, again, remember, confidence is the key. Stay confident. Stay confident. And also, when you going out there to meet your seller, especially the first time, first impressions are still key in this industry also. So you want to make a good first impression with your seller. You know, make sure your hygiene is on point. If you smoke, don't smoke right before you go out and go and meet your seller. I mean, if you smoke, don't hit the bong and then hop in your car and go meet your seller. Don't do that. If you drink, you know, don't go have 2, 3, 4 drinks and then go meet your seller either. Don't do that. Make a good first impression with them. Be focused. Have a clear mind. You know, and as far as how you want to dress, again, make a good first impression. I'm not telling you to go out there and put on a tie, and some formal button-up shirt. I'm not saying to do that, and I'm also telling you not to go out there with your pants hanging off your ass, or to go out there with 2 or 3 day old t-shirts with stains on it. No, you know, be presentable. You know, make sure you're smelling good, make sure you're looking good, make sure you're feeling good. And you know, you want to make a good first impression with them, especially when you first started. Because you want to make sure your confidence level is good, and you want to start building that bond with them from the moment they see you step out of your car. You know, because they're already reading you at that point already. You know what I'm saying? So you just want to make a good first impression. You know, so make sure you're game tight when you go out there. Again, I'm not telling you to dress up like you're going to the prom, or you're going to your homeboy or your girlfriend wedding. No, I'm not saying to do that, but I'm just saying make yourself presentable. And I ain't saying throwing a bunch of cologne or throwing a bunch of perfume like you're going out on a date. No, but just, you know, make sure you're smelling good. Make sure you're on point. You know, you're going out there to talk business. If you go out there and they looking some type of way, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. It's just like when you go into Walmart. I mean, even though they have a dress code, as far as the consumer, you pretty much can, you know, dress what you want to within reason. And even though in Walmart employees, they can't necessarily dress like you are as the customer. And it's the same correlation when you're the wholesaler and that's your seller, you know, your customer, your consumer. So keep that in mind. But once you get out there, me personally, what I have like a bag, and I keep all my stuff in there. I keep my contracts with me all the time. When you go in to view a property, always have your contracts on you. You know, make sure you got some pens to write with, of course. And when you go out there and view the property, of course, you know, you go in there, you're gonna check out your repairs, meet your seller, you know, Build some rapport with your seller. This, it's your first time meeting them in person. Build some rapport with them. If you build up some small, genuine talk. Ask them about the neighborhood. They're gonna probably tell you about the house anyway, but ask them about the neighborhood. If you have to, ask them, hey, what high school is the house zoned for? Make some talk. Start building that trust, because you want to build that rapport, and you want to build that trust as well. So make some small talk with them. I'm not saying go out there and be a blabbermouth and just talk. You're out there on business, but build a good rapport with them, build that level of confidence up. And the same thing we said about the phone, when you make your offers in person, it's the same thing. Ask open-ended question. Hey, Mr. Curry, if I got everything I need, I could do 10,000 on this house. I can pay for the closing. When would you like to close? How soon do you want to close? Wait on the answer. And based on the answer, that's when you start your negotiation skills. But when you're making your offer, if you're doing it in person or if you're doing it by phone, confidence, that's the key. Don't say, well, Mr. Curry, I think I could probably do about 10,000. I mean, would that work for you? I mean, is that okay? No. You want to be confident, Your price, tell them what you can do, and you got to ask for the sale. Anybody that's watching this, if you worked in sales, anything of that nature, what ask for the sale means. You got to do it in this industry also. You gotta ask for the sale. You got to ask them to buy that house. You have to ask them in most cases. Not always, but in most cases, you got to go out there and ask for the sale. But that's pretty much it. As far as me and your sellers go, again, make sure your game tight, make sure you're smelling right, make sure you're feeling good, make sure you're looking good, and all that nice stuff. And, go out there, have your contracts on you, have everything you need. And when you go out there to view the property, take pictures of the property. Even if you don't get this property under contract, still take pictures. Ask them now, I always ask people, hey, Miss Curry, do you mind if I take a few pictures? 99.9% of the time, they don't care. They're expecting you to probably do that anyway. So take some pictures of it, Take pictures of the inside, the outside, we all got these smartphones now, so get your photographer phone, take the pictures. If you get the house under contract, also take that smartphone back out and do a video of the house. Do a video of the inside. Give your buyers a virtual tour of that house. Virtually tour that house, room to room. Get your camera and show all the repairs and everything that need to be done. Just imagine if you was buying a house, what would you want to see on video? So that's what you want to do for your house you get on the contract. Also, always have your lockbox with you, lockbox or lockboxes. Always have those on you, because when you get them houses on the contract, you want a spare key. You want to put your lockbox on there. You want to put a key on there. That way you can shoot your buyers in there at your and their convenience. So have your lockboxes with you too, always. So I always bet you got everything that you need. Always have your contracts. The worst thing in the world you can do, make an offer, get a yes to your offer, and you gotta tell your seller, okay, give me 20 minutes. I gotta run home and get the contracts. I'll be right back. No, don't do that. Because if they done told you yes, you need to go ahead and lock them in. Lock them in right then and there. Because if you got to turn around and go get a contract or something like that, now you've given them 20, 30, 40, or however long it takes you to get back to think. Now they got time to think. Now they got time to think and question themselves. Now they got time to pick up their phone and call and say, hey, you think this is a good price for this house? And you know how they go. You don't want to give them that opportunity. Once you got them locked in, once you got a yes from them, you want to go ahead and lock them in. So always have your contracts on you. Always, always, always. As a wholesaler, treat your contracts like your wallet and your cell phone. And we know we don't leave without our wallets or our cell phones. So just make sure you got everything you need. and go ahead and lock him in, man. Be confident. It's gonna take a while for you to build your confidence levels up. It's gonna take some practice. So do what you gotta do. Even if you gotta role play with someone or role play within yourself, just doing everything that you can do to be confident when you meet with your seller or you're talking with your seller or communicating with your seller. You want to be confident. And if you get to a point where they're questioning your price, explain to them where you came up with your price at. I'm not saying break down your whole wholesaling formula with them, but hey, this is the ARV. Hey, this is what it's probably gonna cost me or cost us to pay to get this house back in the condition that it needs to be in to be put back on the market. So explain all that stuff to them. But that's pretty much it, man. And I'm sure there's something when I turn this camera off, I'm gonna be like, damn, I want to say this, I forgot to say this. It's always like that. So in that case, I really ask y'all any questions, man. Comment on the video. We'll talk about it through the comments. So any questions or anything that I didn't touch on this video, make sure to hit me up in the comments. We'll chop it up. We'll talk about it. We'll discuss it. And I'm like 99.9% sure that this will be my last video for 2016. And I want to wish everybody a happy and a prosperous new year. I really, really appreciate y'all rocking with me. A lot of y'all rock with me real strong, and I really, really appreciate that. All the support and encouraging words I get from y'all in a variety of ways. So thank you. I appreciate it. Again, Happy New Year. You need a coach, you need a mentor, holler at me, text me, 478-420-0577. 478-420-0577. You want a coach, you want a mentor, you got questions about the coach and the mentor program, shoot me a text. But again, I'm out of here, man. Happy New Year. 2016 gone just like that. So that means we got to get on it in 17, baby. Hustle hard. Peace.